Hi, good evening. I'm Sparks here. So good to be back every Saturday. I'll be having this charity drive for hospice every Saturday, and I hope everybody join me. Uh, you can benefit from this session, all right? So before I start, I have to say thank you to my master, Yu Chu Sensei, which is this my Sifu, my master. And of course, Hospice for allowing me to hold this event, this live charity drive for them, and also some friends who helped me to conduct this live. So thank you for joining me for those who are watching. And this is a good cause where I'm saying here is donate to Hospice, and you get answer to your questions. Tonight, I'll be talking about a lot of focus on career questions. If anybody who is watching, you have questions on career, do drop your questions here. This is the QR code. You can scan in and drop your questions there. I'll be able to receive your questions. All right. But first of all, the most important is if you are able to donate to the charity first and 50 ringgit to hospice, I will be answering your correct questions. Okay, let's see. So how this works, right? So basically, I'm using Chinese metaphysics in terms of feng shui, 八字, Yi Jing, 奇门遁甲 to do a divinations on any questions that you have. But today, for tonight, I'll be focusing on the questions on career. So I understand there's a lot of people are facing issues in career, especially issues such as petty people uh, stuck in the same role for many years. There is no increment and then being bullied by bosses. So afterwards, I'll be sharing some stories about all these some form of related uh, career issues which are very interesting. I'll be providing solution as well. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so if you are helping us to donate to hospice, first of all, you just have to donate to hospice directly via their link, official link, 50 ringgit to their account, and you can WhatsApp to me your receipt and your questions to 6011 1211 4916. All right. So if you have any questions on Korea, do send in your questions. I'll be able to give you the answer on the spot. Okay, so while waiting for anybody who have questions, I share some form of thoughts. All the myth, all the questions about people asking about what are Chinese metaphysics about, what can they do for you, and how is it done? All right. So it's quite interesting. Let me share with you. Okay, so while waiting for some of you to ask questions about Korea, I might as well share some thoughts about the myth and the common question about feng shui and 八字, right? So there are people ask, is feng shui just about furniture placing? Which is not. Uh, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond where is the location of property. It goes beyond the flow of the chi, where your door is facing or your fronting of your house. It goes beyond something like even up to the, I would say placement of furniture is more placement of the required items in certain area, and also the where you sleep, where is the direction of your sleeping. So which are all these are very important. Most of the time when we do feng shui, we focuses on the entrance, the facing of the properties. We focus on where the sleeping directions. We focus on the kitchens, and we focus on the dining hall. So these are the four main area which normally we will focus on doing feng shui. So what in nutshell, feng shui goes beyond just placement of furniture. So the another question is also very good. A lot of people they are you see a lot of people that I know, but not all. A lot of people would say, they are very skeptical, feng shui. Is this related to religion? Uh, to be honest, it is not. Actually, feng shui is actually related. Is how we make use of the surrounding energy, and how we make it energy benefits the owners or the resident. Okay, so there's more in terms of related to a bit of science, but this science is called metaphysics, which are not technically, it doesn't have so called of like evidence of, like scientists does, right? They provide all the evidence, the calculation, whatnot, right? But feng shui doesn't have that, but then it works. So that's why it's called metaphysics, and it's not religious, it's not religious. That's why a lot of regardless of respective of your religion or even your race, you can use feng shui. In fact, I can share with you, even now Western, a lot of Westerner are very good in feng shui, right? Romanians, I've seen USA, United Kingdom. Those are no, even Australia, right? So they are very good in feng shui now, right? Okay. So another thing is, does let me see if there's any question. Guys, if you have career question, do drop in. Like I say, you just have to do a minimum 50 ringgit donation to hospice. Hospice is a non uh, organization entity where they provide palliative care to end of life, end of limit of a person. Uh, that means the patients that they take in technically is waiting for the time. So during this period, they administer medicine or in terms of mental support to make them comfortable. Even this service extended to family members of how the patients, what are the preparation, what are the support they need in facing death. All right. So hospice is giving this service to people free of charge. Likewise, I'm doing this free of charge. And all donation that if you are kind enough, this donation go directly to hospice. I do not take a single cent. Okay. So that's very important. I want to share with you. Okay, so if I need your generosity to donate to hospice, drop me your questions in this QR code. I'll be receiving your questions on career questions tonight. I focus on this topic. So if you have a questions on present question you cannot solve, drop in. I'll be using Chinese metaphysics. We call divinations using 奇门遁甲, 八字, or Yi Jing, or numbers, or even colors. I will be able to help you to solve, give you guidance of how to overcome certain issues that you're facing in Korea. Okay. Okay. So this I'll be having this session uh, every week Saturday. So if you are interested, do join me, because next week I'll be having a different topics again. So hopefully I will able to help extend my help a lot to the viewers, and while you are able to support hospice through donations. Okay. Afterwards, I'll be sharing three stories, real life stories, uh, about career, uh, with solutions, with suggested solutions based on Chinese metaphysics, which will very interesting. So you could stay like with me, uh, to hang on in this life to listen to these three stories. Okay, let me also share with you. Okay, somebody asked me, does mirrors fix all feng shui problems? I can tell you that to share with you, to be honest, feng shui, in terms of feng shui, right? We do not normally we do not encourage people to place any mirror, especially in the dining hall, because sometimes what happen is if happen that that sector the energy is not good, technically your mirror actually expanded or even make the situation worse. So that means you double whammy of the bad sector. So that's the reason why we do not encourage people to place mirror. Mirror is good for designs or whatnot. It's good to see, but in reality, in our belief, in our practice, we don't encourage people to place mirror. So especially there's certain we have come across really right. So family was doing well, then suddenly because of some form of preference, their personal preference, they want to look good, they suddenly put a mirror there. Then the mirror causes the family to have a quarrel, a lot of quarrel, frequent quarrels. So that actually we do not recommend in terms of feng shui placement. And the next question. So does feng shui must follow strict Chinese traditions? Yes or no? One of it, for example, right? There are people asking me, can I place a lantern, lantern, the red lantern, in front of the house? To be honest, I say, from what I know, it's not advisable because technically lantern it is a bit related to Chinese tradition, right? So I just quote an example. So when lantern you put there, technically when we say it's actually attractive yin energy. You know what is yin energy? Yin energy is related to soul, spirit. So more whether you like it or not, if you put a lantern there, highly likely you are actually attracting yin energy. So that's why in a way I would say it is related a bit to Chinese tradition, but it's not everything. So in the context of lantern, we do not encourage you to put lantern. Even like uh, the doorbells, right? Like the doorbells, right? So we it's not the digital doorbells. I'm talking about the like the bell, the ringing one. So it's best not to place there because technically when you put there, it's actually attracted a lot of yin energy. So this is a bit of crossing to spiritual. Okay, okay, this is a somebody also asked, uh, cluttered automatically when your house is cluttered, right? Automatically bad means bad feng shui. Yes, I would agree. Tell me if before you start any feng shui also, the moment you your house is cluttered everywhere, especially your living hall, especially in door area, that actually block your wealth or even block your whole house energy. Don't talk about good, very good or bad first. The most important thing is the moment your house is cluttered in the front of your house entrance, then the whole house energy there you go. I would guarantee you 50% will not be good. So that's why this is a good question. The moment the house is cluttered, please make it clean, make it simple, make it bright and clean. Okay, I also like this. Okay, does water features always bring wealth? Okay, I've done quite a number of feng shui. It is not, to be honest. In fact, I can share with you, I wouldn't encourage people to put water features, especially the moving one. You know the moving, like I'm not too sure whether the western side, but for the Asian country like Malaysia, we have a lot of houses. They like to build a form of man-made fountain where all the water is moving, and of course they will actually based on certain placement, certain sector of the house. But the problem is at that moment, if you do feng shui, of course, at that moment when you put the fountain, yes, it is generating good energy, good quality energy, all right. But do you know, every year, or even not every year, every now and then, right, your energy would changes. So that's the problem. So when your energy changes, what if that sector doesn't require water element? You are actually magnifying, right? So what if that energy, that time, that sector, that water fountain is there, and the bad energy is there, right? Technically, you are magnifying the bad sector, which will then be a trouble with the owners. I've seen that. I've seen that when they place first few years good, but after like maybe 3 years, the resident, the owner go into business difficulty. It comes to bankrupt as well. So therefore, I wouldn't say it's not good, but personally, when I administer what you call it, I would administer feng shui cure or feng shui placement. The first thing I would advise the owner, think carefully. I will not support you or suggested a feng shui fountain which is moving to a certain sector, even though at that point I know it is good. Because I know for sure, ultimately, later, a few years later, you will be very hard to manage it. Imagine, your fountain is moving water, right? Okay, you have fish pond, very nice, right? Suddenly, one year, I can tell you, Mr. So and so, I think better this year you off your fountain. So what happened to the fountain? What happened to the fish, right? So isn't it it's a waste of money? It's a waste of your effort, right? It is not so good because your fountain is dry. It looks so odd. It really happened, you see. I've seen that. I've done that kind of cases. So best that think about it before you insist on placement of water features there in the house. Okay, another one is red the luckiest color in feng shui. I'm not saying it's not good. Obviously, because you see why we want to use red and bright color, bright color red, even now you see my background, right? It's vibrant, right? Because it gives you a young feel, yin and yang, right? A young feel, energy, right? But doesn't mean that everybody needs red color, because sometimes you don't like red colors. Sometimes you don't like black color. Color is just preference, but obviously to a certain sector, sometimes we want to use color to form of symbolize certain energy to make a cure. Yes, it is. I would say not is. I wouldn't say it's important, or I wouldn't say it's not important. Okay, it's have to we have to consider certain requirement of the house setting. Okay, okay, another one. Feng Shui applies to homes, not offices. Very wrong. I can tell you Feng Shui applies everywhere as long as you stand in this earth, Mother Earth. Okay, unless you are standing out of space, I don't know. We don't have that knowledge yet, other planets. But as long as you are staying in this earth, Mother Earth, Feng Shui is relevant and is applicable. Important or unimportant is up to the individual. I would insist. Okay. But we have adopted this feng shui a lot, few thousand years. We have seen um, we have seen good good positive outcome. Yeah, whether you believe it is up to individual. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, please do join me if anyone are interested to know career questions, which is the topic for today. I'll be sharing with you all three life stories with solutions, which is very interesting. That I'll tell you later. Yeah, I'll start at 9:30. Okay, so if anybody that you know surround you, that your friends, your family, wish to have answers to overcome certain issues, please advise them to join this session and do just a 50 ringgit donation to hospice, and pass me your questions to WhatsApp via 6011 1211 4916. Then I'll be answering your questions on the spot, providing you the solutions how to overcome certain challenges. But bear in mind, uh, obviously Chinese metaphysics can do a lot of help, a lot of solution can be done. Okay, but nothing in this world will give 100% solutions. Okay, we will try our best. Okay, now I move on. A lot of myth question is very interesting that I want to share with you all. Uh, okay, is 八字, you know, 八字 is about the eight pillars. Eight pillars is talking about life destiny analysis in Chinese explanation. Okay, so they are asking, is 八字 is the same as Western astrology? Uh, okay, not to undermine anybody. I would say any of the knowledge in this world, right, have their own pros and cons. But the differences between 八字uh, versus the Western astrology, such as tarot card, numerology, the difference is 八字 will be able to give you more insight of the life of the person. It's a story of a person. So, okay, okay. Anybody want to ask questions? Do ask, no issue. And okay,
要，不要声音。
yes, I can hear you. Okay, no issue. Okay, so 八字 and just now we were talking until like the 八字 and Western astrology is there's a big difference in terms of 八字 we're talking about the whole life of a person, the energy of a person. It's very specific until to the extent of ability to tell you the friends, the family, the mother, the parents, the siblings, what career that you were supposed to do. It's like a blueprint, you know. It's like blueprint. Okay, so the good things about party is in fact we have a lot of cases where you know even party can help you to overcome sickness. You will not believe it. I will tell you that I will affirmative. I uses 八字、易经、奇门遁甲, and feng shui to actually provide. Okay, it's very sensitive to say this. I'm not saying I cure. Yeah, I'm saying I managed to help two COVID patients intubated. Tell you what, intubated is very serious. This patient has actually admitted twice in the hospitals and has been in ICU for 3 weeks uh, and is unconscious and they has been intubated. And this person approached me, a friend approached me and asked me, "What Sparks? What can I do about it?" Right? So uh, what I did was I look at the parcel. Okay, I look at the parcel and I asked them, you also, of course, I look at Chimen Tunja, whether it tells me whether there is a chances for these two persons to survive. All right. So I saw there is a chances and I saw there is a way to handle this, manage it. So what I did is I asked this person, that means the patient's sisters, to just show me the video around the short video around the house. Let me have a look at the environment, and then I just administer certain placement. To be honest, very simple placement: a mirror, a plant, a pile of water. Okay, is testimonial. 3 days after, these two person is discharged from hospital. Okay, please, I'm just saying, I am just I'm just saying that I'm providing guidance solutions, and I'm just doing some form of hi Izam, some form of energy channeling. That energy channeling create a chance for this person to get cure from the doctors. So we are playing a supplemental, a complementary effort to the patient, to the doctors. Today, I want to share with you, we are not saying doctor, we are replacing doctor, we are not, to be honest, I want to emphasize on that, yeah, because I fear that people will misunderstood what I'm saying, okay? Hi, Izam. Thank you for calling. You have query question. Do drop in your questions by doing a 15 ringgit donation to hospice through their website link. Uh, this donation will not go through me. It will go direct to hospice. Hospice will send you a receipt, which is tax exemptable within 2 weeks' time. And after that, you just have to WhatsApp to me your payment receipt, not what hospice receipt, payment receipts to 6011 1211 4916 and drop in your question there. I'll be answering your questions if you have any questions. Okay, so talking about that, okay, so I just divert a bit from the question just now. People ask, Pazi, is this the same as Western astrology? So just now I was explaining, Pazi goes beyond reading your life. It goes beyond that. In fact, I will tell you, Bazi, we use it very often, very often on even feng shui setting. It is correlated. You see, you cannot do a feng shui without knowing a person Bazi, or you cannot do a Bazi without knowing the feng shui side, or I Ching side, achievement Dunja side. So all this, when we do consultations, advices, it all come into play. So likewise today, why is it so important to emphasize on this? Because whatever questions we answer to your questions, we provide answers based on mixture of all these tools and knowledge together and form a conclusion and tell you the solutions. So it's very important, this solution. And this solution is customized for each individual. It's not a general kind of solutions. Like, okay, what I mean is, Sparks, I have 20 people. What should I do? If I give a solution to a person today, that solution may not be applicable to B person. So this session is very useful for you to ask career question, work question that you're facing you cannot solve. Because a lot of time, I know as an employee, you are being bullied. You're subject to a lot of pressures from the management, and you're also facing a situation where you know you have done so much, but you're not appreciated. And when you're not appreciated, then you don't have you will not be given rewarded accordingly, right? So these are real questions that here in these sessions, there is a chances for you to drop in your questions, and I'll be able to answer your questions, give you the answer on the spot. Isn't that great? Because what you have done is just your 50 ringgit, the value goes beyond your donation. Your 50 ringgit not just benefits, not benefit, just benefit the hospice patient, it benefits yourself as well. Do you know that? So that's why because I'm doing this session, this drive for hospice, this is the motivation behind. All right. So do drop me your questions. Hi Izam. If you have question, drop in. If you're facing a lot of pressure at office, I believe I'd be able to offer affirmative practical solution to you. Okay. Yeah, so okay, now 9:30 is time for me to share some form of stories, which is very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me start off with this stories. Boss giving empty promises. Okay, this guy, uh, he worked in a startup about 4 years ago. He did not have high expectation. So before taking taking up the job, um, he was a film director. Can you believe it? He was a film director with the Malaysia movie industry. During the pandemic, because you know, right, pandemic, technically almost every business is out of the market, right? So it doesn't, in movie industry is no difference. They shut down, basically they shut down, okay? So then he joined a tech company. So when the long because uh what happened is, so this guy, when he joined the tech company 4 years ago, right? So initially he joined as a content creator, but then because of two reasons I saw. Because he is not the calculated time, and also he is the because there's limited staff, right? So he has to take care even customer service, marketing, PR, and recruitment, right? So despite he contributes so much, the company did grow after that, right? Promises of Then the bosses promised he become the marketing manager, okay? And then but then he received a very minimum salary increment. Uh, I don't know whether you are motivated or not. If if you do so much, right? You are more almost like taking you're taking four hats. You're running four hats, right? The marketing, the what HR, the PR, the customer service, the recruitment, all done by yourself, and you have to do your technical part. Then yet you are being given very minimum reward increment. Then he keep on asking for promotion, also being denied. Okay. Then the boss tell him they are not ready. Despite his team saying he's very good, supporting of him. Then he said, no, the boss said, no, you're still not ready, yeah. So even after when he took leave, the boss also sound him lah, like, micromanage lah, where are you? Why are you here? Why you're not here in the office? What not, right? So, but then he says, despite he's taking the leave, after he come back, he completed the task and he juggling all the additional responsibility and attempts to take new project. Okay, so after all this thing, and then he knows the boss expectation. Then he said, "You are not good. You're still not good enough." He even to the extent of doing all the extra work, making sure he's dedicated to the staff, all the so-called the work, so that when he is away, somebody can take over, right? So, okay, what we can see here, you see, based on this, right, I wouldn't say he's not good at his work, and he's so damn good, by the way he comment. The issue where it comes is because he did not know when is the timing, what kind of role, what kind of bosses he would be facing. In our daily consultation, our time of consultation, right? The first thing when a person asks me, uh, if let's say today, Sparks, I want to join company A. So I would ask the questions, right? Two questions. What you want to achieve? Second question, do you know who is your boss? The most important in life, in our employment, I will tell you this two things. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Who is your boss? Okay. If you are able to communicate well, to work well with your boss, I tell you, I've seen it in my own eyes. The person is not that great, but yet that person get promoted and get good pay, while else those are really contributing, they don't get nothing, right? So it's very obvious. So in this circumstance, these stories about this person, he does all the stuff because he joined a tech company due to this pandemic, where he was in the movie industry, but he cannot carry on. He has to move because the movie industry closed off, shut down during pandemic. Okay, so he joined a tech company, do all the hard work, whatnot, but yet it was not appreciated by boss. Boss is not giving him the raise that he's supposed to uh he's supposed to get, and he's not getting promotion. Saying the boss, I think the issue is because he's not ready. Okay, so back to this solution is like this. He would have today, assuming this person, you are in this person's shoes, right? You ask me the questions. I would tell you, first of all, you want money? Are you want when you join this company, you want money, or you want a peaceful, a good boss? Most of time, I tell you, there's no such thing as best of both worlds. I want a good boss, yet no need, no one, nobody micromanage me. I get a good pay. I would tell you, highly likely it will not be possible. Okay, so the question is, the answer is very simple. Come and ask this question to us. I'll give you the directions. How are you going to deal with a boss? For example, we have a boss who are very demanding. What kind of demanding? Is it the boss like those on talking about figures only, right? There are certain boss who are very relaxed one, very chill one. Okay, so these are the knowledge, these are the information you cannot get anywhere just by looking at in science or even data. The most you can get is you ask somebody around within the industries that know the boss. Is he good? Is he what kind of behavior character is he? Is he a tyrant? Is he a good man? Is he a trustable supervisors or superior? Those are the only questions you can ask. But I can tell you, Chinese metaphysics goes beyond that. It tells you what type of bosses you'll be facing. Then you'll be advised how to tackle this boss. By knowing it upfront, you'll be fine. All right, you will achieve what you need to achieve. Let's say you have two options of offer, right? I would say A company is better than B company. Why is that so? Okay, so these are the session you can come and ask me in this session. Okay, so let me share another one story. Yeah. Okay, so we have this customer, a 29-year-old lady, a female, 29-year-old only, and she struggles. She has anxiety and feelings of inadequacy due to her financial situation, lack of she feels that she's lacking of achievement when she compared to her friends, so the circle of friends, where the circle of friends have cars, have houses, even have married kids. To her, she looks at her friend. They are living well and happy. All right, with all that what they have. And she's an entrepreneur, by the way, and she's been doing the entrepreneurship since graduated for coming 5 years. And until then, her income is like only 2,500 to 5,000. Okay, 2,005 to 5, sorry, 2,005 to 3,000. So may I ask anybody who are employee who works in any part of the world, is Malaysian ringgit 2,005 ringgit equivalent to almost like USD monthly about maybe two 300 to 500 USD? Do you think is enough for to survive in current metro city? All right, it's very difficult, right? It's very tough. So then obviously the mother also have some form of expectation on her. Uh, then she feel being pressured. Hi, thanks for joining. So then this lady, feel pressure because the mom, have some form of expectation on her also, right? Uh, then knowing the boyfriend also 32 years old, who is also the income is quite in a limbo. It's not certain, it's not fixed like her, right? So both are actually not uh, the income is not consistent. So that gives her a lot of stress. And then the mother expectation on the guy, why your boyfriend at 32 is still nothing, is not still not earning well enough to take care of you. I I acknowledge the mother, the parents' concern. Who doesn't, right? So everybody wants their kid to be good, to have a good life. So the mother's concern is valid. So now the so she I think one thing I admire her that she's a very failure party, where she will think of, even with such a situation, she thinks of like how I'm going to be independent, provide my mother with bring my mother travel, knowing her mother is aging now. So she wants to also give some comfortable to her mother. I think this lady is good, right? At 29 years old, she still think of the mother and also want to give something back to the mother, right? Okay. So now she questioned her ambitions. Am I unrealistic? And if this struggle is a test, or it will a reassurance of understanding of, it will be on all the way through her life that she wouldn't be able to have a good income. So okay, so now the solution is like that. She has the expectation to own a car, to be successful, to have a successful career, house, right? To have house, but her money is only monthly income is 2,500 to 3,000, and it is inconsistent. All right, I acknowledge her, making her anxious, and neither her boyfriend is helping here. But we are not judging. We are not judging whether, saying that their income inconsistency is bad. We are not saying that. I recognize the earning, they're earning a living with their sweat and blood. The issue is, I saw in her case, right? It's not finding the right path, not knowing capability and the environment and time. This we call in our metaphysics, we talk about 天地人, all right? 天 is about timing, 地 is about the environment, the platform. If anybody even do business also, you need to have a platform, your environment is right for you. Uh, so that's why if you do not, like for instance, right now AI is coming into picture, right? This is called environment, and everybody is actually focusing on AI. But what if you're doing something else? Okay, so that's why we are called. That is not timing. That's not the environment that we want. Okay, so when she started off this business on her own, then she doesn't have these three things: 天地人, the time, the environment, the capability of knowing what she can do and what she cannot do. Okay, based on what I saw in the Chimen Dunjia chart, she's not cut out to run a business one. And she spent 5 years trying her luck, but now whether it's good to quit or not. Okay. Another issue is employee also is not her liking. You see, she doesn't like to be tied down with all these rules and regulations. All right. So I have suggested that I would suggest that she be doing freelance work that gives her the flexibility. Best is not to open any physical shops or any physical presence. All right. Uh, Now you said Sparks. uh, Now you're talking theory, right? You are not giving a answer to customers to solve immediate the pressing question that how she going to gain her income. I get you, right? I hear you. So that's why, to my knowledge, right, she can go into offering service in beauty care and grooming, and in the form of giving comfort to customers. So do you see that this is very specific role she can play and she will do it well? Unlike, okay, no offense to Western astrology, unlike the Western, they'll not touch in such specific uh, explaining what role that she be playing. All right, so this is a bit different. Okay, she need to share in social media and promote her service. All right, but for a start, I have suggested her to learn beauty care and grooming work first. attach a beauty salon like pedicure, manicure for fast earning to stabilize her income first. So you see, we give direct answer and where to earn the income to stabilize her life first. All right. Do you know that in Malaysia, I'm not too sure whether Western country, pedicure manicure, a person can earn up to 6,000 ringgit to 7,000 ringgit a month. So isn't that is double what she's earning or even sometimes triple her earning, right? And it's consistent. So she needs to do that first. And then the good thing is she doesn't have to spend any capital on opening any shops on doing beauty grooming. Because when she joined a beauty salon to do all these things, she's learning before she's offering any service to customers later on her own freelance. Okay. So these are and then the location I also give her. Go to the southeast area from where she's staying. All right. And another possibility that she can do is learn the skill of bone setting. All right. It depends on whether she wants to do or she doesn't want to do. So these are the area that she's good in and she's able to make a living out of it. You see, a bit different from the earlier explanation story. So she started off opening a shop with some friends, put all her savings of money capital into beautify the shops. And by the time the shops come into picture when she want to start her business, pandemic hit, and that's where she lost all her saving and money. So that's why this pointed very clearly. She doesn't know the timing, the environment, and what she's capable of. Okay, so she will. In fact, if I may say, she will be start seeing improvement by end of 2025 and 2026 if she follows the advice. Okay, so if you see the answer given, very specific. It covers timing, it covers environment and people. If you notice that. Okay, so that's some form of explanation of how we use metaphysics to help people to achieve what their goal is. Okay, guys, if you that interests you, uh, in terms of career questions, please drop in this QR code here. All right, do a 50 ringgit hospice donation, which is very reasonable. Drop in your question to 6011 1211 4916. All right, I'll be answering your question on the spot. Okay, I'll be sharing another interesting stories to you. Okay. Okay, so this person is a guy. She joined. He joined as a sales marketing for 2 years, and apparently, this is his first job. All right, after graduated, and then because he is the person who doesn't socialize much. Okay, and he's quite a reserved guy, but he joined a he joined a sales and marketing job, right? And then he is a commission based on, and then he doesn't have a basic salary. Ask you one question, simple. Today, if a person who doesn't socialize much and then doesn't like to go out and see people, talk less, how to become a marketing sales and marketing, right? Okay, so this is the first issue already. It crops up from your mind, right? That means he doesn't know what he's capable of. Okay, so when lacking of social skills and introverted, he'll find interaction with people very draining his energy, and because of that, his own performance is impacted uh, in terms of bringing sales. But one thing good about him, we notice, right? He can actually train people, and who he's trainer become a good salesperson. In fact, the one he trained overtook him and gained even better pay package because people are more capable and producing more results in terms of marketing, sales marketing. Well, of course, he can show boss, wait, boss, I'm be training this person and they are they are the one who I train now. Now they're doing good, so I should deserve the recognition. So, but the boss mocked him, right? The boss mocked him. You talk so much, you say you do so much, da 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 da, right? But yet you are not performing in terms of, because technically when he was employed, he's being expected to bring in sales number. Of course, training is part of his job because he wants to build a downline and become manager, right? So then he feel like it's lack of he spent a lot of time doing these sales, and because it's not in him, it's not in his ability, so he's struggling, and he spent a lot of time. He doesn't have the work life balance, and his mental health is affected. And then even the family also telling him, hey, you should stop doing this lah. It's not good for your health. So why not you reconsider, you consider your path again. So then he said, no lah, I want to try on. Okay. But he's feeling burnout. So now he questions his ability. He has this question now. Should I be quitting or finding a new employment? Because since I've been struggling and I have self-doubt, I fear for failure. That's what he says. Okay. So first of all, uh, people will say, if you want to achieve your goal, you have to sacrifice it. But he said, I want the work-life balance. Okay, but don't judge him because he wanting a work-life balance. Who wouldn't, right? Given the choice, given if everybody here who are listening, you also want a work-life balance. Who wouldn't, right? Okay, but he can do that provided if his energy is aligned, or else he'll be struggling like now. Okay, so it is clear from my prediction, from my divination, uh, based on achievement chart, it is clear the person is not a social break person. It means he's not born to be a socializing. Very clear. So he's good academically. I saw that. And definitely is not a salesperson by nature. So you see, at the moment I see this, the moment he take up this role is already a wrong match. It's a mismatch. So when it's a mismatch, surely you can't be successful. You'll be struggling. Okay. There are two ways can do it. Resolute to change internally, totally change. That means if the power to overcome himself is too great, is too much, and he can handle that, he change, yes, definitely he'll be able to overcome. But I tell you, it's very hard. In my consult throughout these 10 years, I've seen few thousand of people. To be honest, to have the person change on himself or herself is very tough. Okay. So, or the second option, choose the path that is suitable. So, which one would you choose? Obviously, you choose the path that is less resistant. That means you are able to handle that. You're able to manage that. You choose that path, right? Okay. So, based on Chimen Tunja, he's suitable to become a trainer. In fact, I also advise him to go to the south location if he wish to have a good career. Depends on where is his south. His south and your south and everybody's south is different. It's not the same. Depend on where he's staying. So that's why I said this solution that I'm prescribing here, if you are joining me this session and drop me the question, is customized to you, not to everyone. So another advice is because during even talking to the superior, right? Well, I think he's right. He wants to stress that he's good in training and he wants to take the credit. But I think I saw what he says is he must let go his ego, thinking he should be better than others since he's trained them. I wouldn't vouch for that because I've seen people even not trained by whoever, sometimes they overtake us because they have this spark, right? Not everybody have luck, but sometimes they are smart, and then happen to because they're able to socialize well, click well with the bosses. That's why they get better chances. you have to trust me. It happens that way, right? Okay, so another advice he has to let go his ego, because if he doesn't let go his ego, he'll be stagnant there forever, just asking the question why the bosses treat me like this. I should be getting the recognition. I should be getting the promotion. I should be getting all these benefits, this good treatment. But that is ego already, right? So he has to let go of that before he can uh, come up from this struggle. Okay? So in fact, because he also says that he can train well, but he cannot retain the staff. But that shouldn't rest on him, because staff comes and go. Where the grass is greener. So it's not his responsibility. Because for all you know, he trained the people so well, the people hit target. Obviously, people want to snatch them away. So, which is very natural, right? And this also speak volume to his capability of training people. So that's why the conclusion is he should go to learn, become a trainer, and go into that direction to the sub area uh, to progress in his career. So this the advice that I'm giving to these people. Okay, so I've shared three. In fact, I have more stories to share. Okay, but due to lack of time, it's going to be 1 hour. So let's wait for anyone who wants to ask questions. Then I may answer your questions. All right. Do a donation to hospice. Uh, it's only 50 ringgit. You will see the value of getting the answer. So next week I'll be doing another live session. Uh, just to give a preamp, I'll be touching on health related questions. If you have questions on health, you also can drop in your questions and give you an answer. At the opening, as I said, we have capability of using metaphysics, Chinese metaphysics, to even diagnose what would be the health potential that you will be facing in future. So preemptive or prevention steps can be taken. Okay, so I think it's time now. It's only 1 hour, and my session will end at 10 o'clock. So I will see you next week. If I really hope that everybody join me and uh, support hospice for creating a good karma for yourself, and also helping the hospice patient. Uh, Thank you very much. Good night. I'll see you next week again. Bye.